Hi, I'm Kaylee from ImagineCRM. I'm the Customer Success Manager, and I'm here to show you a demo of the Candid connector by ImagineCRM. So to start off, what I'm going to do is create a new account. And this new account is going to be the ASPCA. And I'm not going to add any other details, including leaving the EIN blank. I'm just going to create my account. Now, this is going to show the first feature of the Candid connector. So just on account create, what's going to happen is the system is actually querying the Candid database using the account name to come up with a result that will then populate the Candid profile field here and the EIN field. Just takes one moment. Great. So now you can see we've got an EIN and then a Candid profile record that's related to our new account. I can tell by the Candid profile name that do have a correct result. It's going to grab that first result, so it may not come back with the perfect match. Say if the account name is a little bit different than how it is in Candid, things like that. If that happens, what you can actually use is the search Candid functionality. So let's pretend I didn't get a result that I liked. So I'm going to clear out the EIN, I'm going to clear out the Candid profile field and start fresh. So now I'm going to launch the search Candid button. And then I'm going to get a table of 25 results based off of the search terms. So the search terms include the organization name. And then if you've entered an address, the results will be defined by the zip code and by the state. So I look through my results. I can, again, see that the first result is correct. But if you needed to select something else, you can go through the table and make your selection and then click next. So I'm going to stick with this one that I'm looking for and then refresh the page. Now the Search Candid has populated my account record. So the Candid profile is a separate record. Let's open that up and see all the details that is coming in from Candid. So this Candid profile includes a lot of fields, but also a lot of related records. So if I click through these tabs, we can see we're bringing in various codes that are related to the organization, addresses, phone numbers on record, letter of determination. Even the letter of determination is being pulled in. So you can actually look up this URL on your browser and it will download the letter of determination file on your computer. And you could save that, say, back on the account record. You can review it to confirm the status of the organization, other necessary information during the due diligence process. So here you can see I've got it accessible right here. Super easy. Other things include evaluation documents, photos, and then there's a financials tab. In the financials tab, we're pulling in financial documents. This is pulling in 990s from various years. So a lot of history of their 990s and their annual reports. So we've got 3 annual reports here on file, again, with that URL that you can look up and download those reports to view them. Also, if you have Charity Check PDF, the connector will generate a Charity Check PDF for you and save it to the Candid profile. So this PDF has all those important details that can be accessed quickly right here. The Related Records tab will show you the other records in Salesforce that this Candid profile is connected to. So here we have the account, but here you can see you could connect the Candid profile to opportunities and leads as well. It's not just isolated to your account records. And then conflicts is a feature I'll get into in a little bit, but this is basically flagging if the record or if the fields in the Candid profile are a little mismatched with the fields that are on the account. For example, is the legal name a little bit different, the address, the tax status, things like that. Let's go back to the details tab and just look at a couple of the fields. So this top section has a lot of the basic information that you need, their EIN, their tax status or the subsection description, as they call it in Candid, codes, their mission statement, org ID. Then it also pulls in the address, the current address of the organization, those charity check fields. It's going to flag if there are any revocations on file, financial information like revenue and expenses, and then also telling you the sync status. So we can see the status that they're currently in good standing with Candid. This profile was last synced, well, we just created it, so a couple minutes ago. But this Candid profile will actually stay up to date. So every month it will run an update. So if anything has changed with Candid, it's going to come through right to this record so things stay updated. But if you want to manually sync on demand, there's also a sync Candid button here and also on the account page. If you want to just make sure and run an update to make sure that everything is updated. All those fields will update, the related records will update, things like that. I want to go back to the account. On the account page as well, there's a Candid tab. The Candid tab is going to pull in the most relevant fields from that Candid profile just to help you be a little bit more efficient. You don't have to actually leave the account record. You can look at the Candid profile fields right here. The next thing I want to point out is this little component. The status component will show you if the organization is coming back as being in good standing. If it's revoked, it's going to tell you if it's revoked status. So that's a really quick way to just do that due diligence check. Below that, you see the conflicts component. So once you've populated the Candid profile, conflicts will either create, or if there are no conflicts, it's going to say there are no conflicts currently. But if Candid conflicts exist, you can click next. And then it's going to show you the issue type. So the first issue type is, let me go back to the details tab, that the legal name on file with Candid is different from the name that you have on the account. So we can see charity check organization name. They're spelling everything out, right? It's not an acronym. So what you can actually do is you can match this to what's on file, what's in Candid. So if I click the button match to Candid, I can add comments as well just to take note of my action. And then it's going to take you to the next issue. The next issue is the tax status on my account record is different from the charity check tax status. So right now it was blank, right? Brand new record, had nothing on it. But let's say, here I can see it's a 501c3 public charity, but let's say I accidentally had it as a 501c4 or a 501c6 or something. I could actually match it to Candid, or you can skip the issue for now if you don't want to take action, or you can accept the conflict to have the conflict component ignore the issue as well. So you have flexibility. But again, I'm going to match it. The next one is if the address is different. So we can see the charity check address is in New York, and then our address is blank. So I'm going to match that. And now I've gone through all my conflicts. There are no pending conflicts. And then back on my record, I can see the account name has updated, the tax status is updated here, and the address is updated. So that helps you populate your record for sure, but just make sure that you have the right information up to date. You also can create the profile if you already have the EIN. So I'll just go through it again, but populate the EIN. And this time, I'm going to actually click the Sync Candid button to create that profile. So we know that this one is matching with that EIN. We don't need to use the Search Candid feature. All right, well, that is the end of the demo. Hope you enjoyed, and I hope you saw some great features with the Candid connector. Thank you.